headset, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, let's get started on, I believe, the fourth installment of The Long Dark. This is Sonky, aka Sarah McMaster, and we are going to be starting back up on day 39. Now, to recap what has happened here, we just got done exploring the first map, which is Mystery Lake, and moved on to the second map, at least the one that was added next chronologically to the game, which is Coastal Highway, which is a really great zone. It's one of my favorites. We've established a home base kind of in the central area of the zone, and we've got a pretty good store of supplies going on here. There's some food and supplies in this bank of lockers. There is also plenty of room in here for us to dry stuff, and just a variety of workbenches to use. I've stored some stuff in the workbench that I can use for crafting later on, just so that it's in a logical place. And I just picked up some firewood, because I need to cook some wolf meat. So I'm gonna, let's see here, I'm gonna go ahead and start a fire. Tell you what, I'm also gonna pick up this dairy can so I can use the fuel. Gotta boost that fire starting skill. Alright, let's get a little more fuel on there, start cooking some wolf. So really, there's no plan for exploring this area other than we're just going to go out and see where the day takes us once we're done cooking all this stuff. Okay, once again, I would like to mention that I can see the chat for this broadcast right now, so if you have any questions or comments, I will be able to interact with you. As opposed to the past few days when I was having problems with the Twitch app on my phone. So everything ought to be in good working order now. Alright. One last bit of wolf. That's enough time for me to get it cooked, I think. I hope. Yeah, good deal. Okay, so we used up that fire pretty well. I'm going to dump the remaining firewood I have here because we don't need to be carrying that much weight around. Come in here and drop the pelt and guts that I have in my inventory. Alright, we'll let that cure. Got some stuff going already, so that's nice. And, reload the old rifle and take a look at our inventory. Alright, and since I've got some items up here that I can pretty much survive on for you know, at least a day's time, I'm going to open my little food locker here and stuff all this wolf meat in it. Because it's, you know, it's pretty high durability right now, so it'll last for a while without going bad. We can always come back to it later. Alright, well, let's go out the front door. Oops, let me run into a wall first. There we go. Alrighty. That's kind of a blustery, blizzardy day out, so, let's kind of stick close to the homestead here and explore, just the immediate vicinity. Alright, so there's a little house over here, a little abandoned car. Let's go through the car first. Always being sure to check the floorboards and between the seats. I put the visors down, although I've never found anything behind them. Checking the glove box. Yay, always need those. Alright, and that's all we can find up here. Getting in the back seat. There's a newsprint, which we can always use more of. It's just good to have that in storage. And the trunk's locked, but we've got a pry bar. So we'll just grab everything that'll be of use out of there. Yeah, might as well. Alright, let's head into this little house and see what we can find. Pardon me. So let me just show you, you're going to find a lot of houses kind of like this. I mean, obviously they have little different setups and stuff like that, but there's generally going to be the same stuff in each house that you can loot, which will be the refrigerator and freezer, let's start with that. And I just kind of methodically go through each room of the house and just grab everything. I will then take it back to the home base that I'm using and store it there. Always good to have extra can openers. Awesome. Always look next to the stove, because sometimes you can find stuff. Oven will sometimes have food in it. Check all the cabinets that aren't broken and hanging open. Oh, and of course the microwave. Oh, it had some coffee in it. Nice Hinterland cup. I would like to have one of those. Right. Oh, heck yeah, condensed milk is a wonderful thing to find because it lasts about forever, like it says in the description. And when you consume it, it will give you calories and alleviate some thirst. So it's one of those efficient things to have. High calorie content, too. I think it's like...
Best be prepared for anything.
I forget, I should have looked. It's either 600 or 900 calories. Alright. So I think that's everything in the kitchen. I've got a nice little living room here. Yeah, we'll take that even though we don't really need it at this juncture. It's always good to have backup supplies. See, check on the mantle and in the corners. Sometimes you can even see stuff under the couches, but it doesn't look like there's anything here. Alright, so, you know, in a pinch, if, like, a wolf is chasing us, we can run into this little house and build a fire and, you know, do a little maintenance work and take a nap if we have to. It's good to identify places where you can do that. Always be thinking ahead. In earlier stages of development of this game, you would come into a bathroom like this, and there would be like a pair of jeans, a can of fuel, and some matches just laying in the bathtub. And it always made me think like somebody had a vendetta against those jeans, and I wonder why. Once again, you always want to grab whatever drinking water you can find, just so that you have a store of it on hand, that you don't have to take the time to, you know, melt and boil, and all that good stuff. So, harvesting toilets sounds gross, but it will help you in the long run. And once again, I realize I'm getting, you know, overburdened with stuff, but I'm just a few steps away from my home base, so I'm not too concerned about it. Once I start exploring further and further out, though, you're going to find that I don't pick up as much stuff that I don't need, because chances are I will have, you know, acquired as much as... Oh, check it out. Now we got a bunch of backup boots. That's good. Sorry, I get derailed, my train of thought. But anyway, let's see here. Let's go back into the living room now. Just a note on these houses and stuff. If I were to click on pretty much any of the furniture in here, I can break it down for materials. I don't really need to do that right now, but, you know, if need be, I could live off of, you know, whatever I find in here and build a fire with all the furniture if I had to. Just good to know if you're ever in a pinch. Okay, that was a nice little excursion. And the weather blew over, which was nice. Let's see. It's about dusk, though, so we're going to want to start heading back over here. Let's just make a mental note that we have already explored that little blue house. Alrighty. So, let's take and store into our locker any of the things that we picked up that we don't necessarily need to carry. Any food that'll keep for a good long time. Whatever spare water we have, and I'm going to put 4 liters up. Now, you'll notice that these lockers each have a 30 weight limit. So my goal is kind of to fill that up completely and make sure that we're good and supplied. You know what? I'm gonna stick this in here too. We'll save these for when we need them. Generally, like, you'll drink a cup of herbal tea before going to bed if you are exhausted and don't have much time to rest. That'll help you rest quicker. The cup of coffee will come in handy when we wake up and we're ready to, like, venture out into a very cold day. Like maybe out of necessity, we can heat this up, drink it, we'll get a boost to our wakefulness and to our body temperature. So that is a very good thing to just have on hand to just quickly grab up and run with. Alright, so getting hungry, let's get rid of a little bit of this stuff that we're carrying. The heavier of it, so I'm just gonna open this can of soup as well. Alright, let's get a little water while we're here. And as it's about dark out, I think it's probably a good time to hit the hay, because once again, you don't want to be outside too much at night if you can help it. If you've got like a nice shelter like this to stay in, I would advise doing that. Just because the temperature falls drastically when it's cold, or when it's dark out. More predatory animals wandering around, limited visibility. If you get caught in a storm, it's a super, super bad time to be outside. So, just take care. It's much better to be cautious and play it safe than go freeze to death somewhere. Alright, let's just nap until daybreak. Alright, so now, let's have us a little breakfast. We'll have, let's say, a can of soda. Mmm. Delicious. God, what am I carrying that's so heavy? Oh, all this extra clothes. Let's go put that up real quick. I've been storing clothes and just, like, spare supply stuff in this locker. And I know I've got way more of it than I need. Like, look at all these hats. Oh, wow, and I'm not wearing one. Not wearing the good one, at least. But I like to have this stuff on hand just in case of emergency. I mean, we've got plenty of storage room in this particular home that we've chosen, so I'll keep that in case we need to break it down for spare cloth in the future to fix up clothes or our sleeping bag, because those are two things that we do not want to let go unrepaired. Alright, so we're down to a reasonable amount of weight on us. Let's grab a piece of big old hunk of wolf meat and then get exploring again. I always start at whatever is the in the worst condition, let's put it that way, and leave the better stuff so it'll last longer. These are just little tiny strategies I've learned from playing this game for a very long time now. Almost every day, because I don't know what it is about this game that appeals to me so much, but it really does it for me. Alright, so here's our main road in our little neighborhood. We've explored that blue house. Looks like there's a car over here we can check out. But looks like these two other houses over here have an unfortunate end. Yay. 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 Alright, let's get that hood so we know I've already looted this car. Alright, I don't think there's anything in the back seat, but sometimes you can miss stuff on the floorboards. Alright, so we're done in there. Oh, and check it out. You can look in mailboxes. A lot of times you'll find newsprint. If you're in a bind and you need some tinder plugs or something like that, it's a good place to look. Or if you're just like me and you just want to loot everything you possibly can, then here you go. Oh, look at that great big log up here. Let's go ahead and, oh, there's a couple of them. Let's grab some firewood while we're out here. Because I do intend to make it back to the home base before nightfall. If not sooner. See, remember, fir burns like a hardwood, so it's actually harder to start a fire with fir firewood than it is cedar. The cedar is much more easy to light, but the fir burns for longer, so it's actually good to have a nice little store. Oh, yes. Always good to have kerosene. Alright, cool. Let's just run back and deposit all this junk real quick so I don't continue being overburdened. Boop. Alright. Oh, did I already chop something up and then forget to pick it up? I guess so. Waddle my way back over here. Alright, so other than the blue house and over there, it looks like we've got this little house and a little house way over there past that burned one. At least within our field of vision. So we'll just stick to checking those out first. First things first, gonna put up some food. Get that candy bar in there because it's in pretty good shape. But we'll keep that soda since it's about to expire. What else am I carrying extra of? Alright, can put up a spare can opener, spare gloves. Let me go through this bit by bit because otherwise it's a little more difficult for me to sort things out. Alright, I need to remember to put that hat on when I'm done. Let's toss a couple extra flares in here, just because, since we've got a weapon and a flare, we can, you know, pretty much handle whatever comes at us. Stuff some spare supplies in here. I'm gonna drop these jerry cans over by the fire pit, because, my god, that's a lot to carry. And I don't feel like ripping these up right now, so we'll just save that for later. Come over here and drop all my firewood. Great. And let's get rid of these heavy old jerry cans. Alright. A little cold, a little numb, and a little winded, so let's have some food and beverage. Take a quick little nap. Oh, that was a small piece of wolf. I'll have to go get another one. We'll sleep for about 4 hours. That ought to get us in pretty good shape again. Ought to get our warmth back under control and still give us some daylight to play with. Alright. Okay, we're good. Let's head out and explore the other half of the neighborhood. Alright, oh, look at this. Just because I'm anal like this, I have to do that since I looted the car. Alright. Yeah, let's check out this little place. Alright. So let's just start over here with the fridge. Now, if I was in need of spare scrap metal right now, look at this. I could click on this here toaster and break it down for scrap metal. Because I have a hacksaw. I believe the hacksaw is the only tool that will allow you to, like, break down metal stuff. Like that. Oh, sardines.
Hmm. Okay.
Yay! Always good to have herbal tea. Sometimes, like, you can peer into these little cabinets that are hanging open, and there might be little goodies sitting in there, but it's kind of rare. But still worth glancing at. Alright. Anything in the stove? Alright, always check all the shelves up. You know, we've got one of these sitting over at the home base, so I'm just going to leave it here. We don't really need to tote around more than we need right now. Alright. Plenty of toilet water to take. Delicious. Alright.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Okay, good to keep. If you were in need of spare cloth, which at the time I am not, you could click on these towels and these curtains throughout the house, as a matter of fact, and harvest cloth from them, as long as you have a knife. I think some cloth things you can harvest with your hands, but having a knife definitely makes it easier for you. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I've pretty much hit, yeah, I've hit a point at this juncture where I've pretty much got as much extra stuff, like clothing, as I need, and unless it's like the absolute best stuff, like look, this is in 100% condition, we're gonna take that. But unless it's like, you know, the top tier of clothing that you can have, I'm not gonna bother even picking it up. Let's just break this stuff down real quick. Alright, I keep forgetting to put that hat in, so let me do that. Oh look, our stuff is kind of deteriorating a little bit. See how much faster it goes than your other clothing. So when we get back to our home base, I'm going to find where I put my deer skins and wolf skin, and we'll see about fixing that stuff up a little better. Because you don't want your heat bonuses to suffer. Or your wind chill bonus. Because it makes all the difference between life and death. Alright, so that was the extent of this little bitty house, so let's get on outside again. Still got my rifle at the ready because, of course, there's wolves all throughout this little neighborhood. They really like hanging out around here. And across the road over there, so I want to be ready to stave them off if I have to. Nothing in there. Can't go in that basement. Okay, this looks like a nice little place. Everybody's got their Canadian pride showing. I like it. Can I just say for a second that this is an awesome picture to have hanging in your kitchen? It's like, for the love of pancakes. That's just beautiful. Alright. Anywho, let's get to looting. Oh, you can, like, if there's pots and pans on the stove, you can even break those down if you need to. But I'm not at a point yet where I need to do that, or burden myself with, you know, carrying a bunch of clunky metal around. I will oh, look at that. There was a fish. I will at some point need to do that, but it'll be a while. So we'll, revisit that later. There will come a time when I will collect as much scrap metal as I could possibly carry and take it to a particular place. Okay. Let's check in here next. This little bedroom. Oh, see, this is why we look in corners. See, if I needed these, I could have a new set of simple tools, but I don't need them. Don't need a thin wool sweater. I do need mittens. Hot diggity. Mittens are better than gloves for warmth rating. So we're going to go ahead and take those. Fix them up real quick.
Probably useful.
Not really, though. We're going to leave the basic boots here because we've got just an absolute ton of extra boots and boot material back at the home. Yeah, I don't see us needing any more jeans. I think I have a pair of cargo pants in storage, and those are way better than jeans anyway, so at this point I won't collect any more pants unless they're cargo pants. And only then for, you know, emergency backup. Oh, wrong button. Whoops. Alright. Nothing under the bed that I can see. Oh, somebody left their boots in the shower. Still don't need them. Let's grab a bandage. What has my life become? Drinking toilet water. Alright. I think that was pretty much it for this place. Alright, so that's it for what we can see in this little neighborhood here. Let's just take some stuff back to the home base. What time is it? It's getting a little late in the day, but let's just run over here real quick because I want to show you. I believe last round of playing we took shelter in this little house because a wolf was chasing us. But yeah, this is the waterfront. This is I guess the coast of the coastal highway. And it is vast. But you see that island over there? You can get to it, and there's really cool stuff on it. So that's one of the reasons this is one of my favorite zones. It's just so huge. There's so much to do. Alright. I don't know if we've looked in here yet. Let's just take a quick gander. Nope. New location. Alright. Well, while we're at it, let's just grab everything we can out of here since night's coming. I'd like to get back to the home base and store everything. Then I think let's go out across the ice and see what we can find.
This stuff will come in handy.
Mm-hmm. Don't have much calories, but it does keep forever. Alright.
I think I can use this.
Mm-hmm. Always good to find canned goods. Yay! Oh, sweet. Once again, fish are really heavy and very low calorie count, but, you know, it's food. I'm not going to complain about finding it. I've got enough of these, I can always come back for it if I really have to. That hat. Always grab extra flares. Always. definitely don't need the socks. Oh, cute painting. Always want to grab a soda whenever you see it, though. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Oh, look! I found it! Look, somebody has a vendetta against these underwear. It's like a mafia-style killing of long underwear in this bathtub here. It's so funny that I just mentioned that. Like, in, earlier, in the release of this game, it was like every bathtub was like this, and it just cracked me up. I was like, why do these people hate their pants so much? Unreal. Alright. Always check the walls in every bathroom you find, because a lot of them have first aid kits. And you always want whatever you can find out of those. Alright, so I'm probably, yeah, I'm carrying just a boatload. So, let me do this. Let me put on these, actually, let me fix them up first so you can actually see the difference in the bonuses. What a difference it makes. Yeah, 92%, that's good enough. Alright, so just, you know, not even being fully repaired. Look at the difference. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna put those on. Scrap these stupid gloves, since I've just got a ton of those in storage. And ripping stuff up for scrap will also help cut down the weight in your inventory too, so that's why I just pause and do that sometimes when I'm out and about, just to clear up a little carrying space. Alright, glare. Alright, I think this was the last house. Oof. Nasty out. I think this is the last house on this side of the road over here, but I'm just gonna stroll over to this side and make sure. Yeah, there's this place burned down. There's generally little that you can find laying around these burned out houses besides maybe a bit of like scrap, reclaimed firewood, which doesn't burn very well and it's kind of not worth it to pick up and carry around. Especially in a place like this that has so many opportunities to harvest logs and either fallen lumber and stuff like that. You kind of want to stick with what's the most efficient. So, let's see how we doing. It's still real early stages. Is it carrying any? Yeah. Drop that firewood. And I don't really think I need this book. Let's put up all the food we found. Except for the fish, I'm gonna cook him in a second. Alright, notice how much coffee and tea I'm carrying, and it's still really, really light, so I'm not even gonna worry about putting any of that up yet. It's just, you know, I'd rather have it on me than not. So I think we're pretty close to dark right about now. It might be like maybe 2 or 3 hours away. So I'm gonna do some eating and drinking. Start a fire and cook up those fish. Oh, I forgot to put up that water I'm carrying. It is such a good idea to store water whenever you have an abundance of it, because it's amazing, like, in a pinch, how quickly you'll go through it. Like, if you get stuck indoors for a couple of days, this wouldn't last very long at all. So, just keep that in mind. Because there will be times when you won't necessarily be able to go outside and get firewood in order to boil drinking water down, so it's always good to prepare for that eventuality. Remember what I said about cedar firewood. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that up instead of fir and start my fire with that. Just because it's way easier, it burns a lot better. I know I put lighter fluid on it, but whatever. It's the principle of the thing. Alright. Fish is one of those things that you pretty much cook and then turn around and eat immediately because it's so dang heavy. And I think it goes bad a little faster. I don't know for sure, but it seems like it goes bad a little faster than like wolf meat and venison. And even bear meat, because we will be able to eventually find that, which is awesome. Not gonna bother burning any more wood. Before I hit the hay, I'm just gonna go through and look at my inventory one more time. Yeah, I've got a couple of things I can stash. There's some of the matches I'm carrying just because I don't feel like looking at them. Alright, once I go to sleep and wake up and have breakfast, I ought to be back to a reasonable carrying weight. I don't think I had a... Sorry, I keep going back to my inventory screen. Ah! There it is. Just wondering where all that weight was coming from. It's good to have antiseptic laying around, but it's also very, very heavy. I'm gonna stuff this bandage in here. Alright. Let's take a sleep. Cool. On day 40. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that fish because it's the heaviest thing I'm carrying, food-wise. Alright. So there we are, we've got, a decent amount of stuff on us, but I think we'll be good to go exploring here in a couple hours. Usually when you can see how many hours of daylight or night you have left, it's because your view of the moon and sun are not being obstructed by a storm. So when there's question marks there, that means that the weather is really crappy out. So just knowing that little hint that the game kind of subtly drops on you helps you determine, say, how long you need to rest before a storm's over without getting up and checking outside every 30 seconds. I hear crows. They're probably... Oh, there they go. They're just flying. Alright, so we're back over here on the other side of the road again. Let me kind of get out on this ice and turn around. We can look at the coast behind us. You'll notice there's just I mean, you can't even see all of them from here, but there's a bunch of little ice fishing huts scattered across the ice here. And the general rule of thumb, you're not going to want to go any further out into the water, onto the ice, than past where these two islands sit. And that one, that little one between them. Because you will become, oh god. There's a bear. Anyway, you run the risk of falling through thin ice if you go too far, so don't risk it. You don't want to find where that threshold is. I've found it many times myself on accident, and it was unpleasant because, by the time you get here, you're pretty well invested in your character's survival, and it's a real punch in the gut to just, whoops, and fall through the ice. I was trying to avoid that wolf, but I don't really care. He can step to me if he wants to. I just want to come over here and look at this little fishing hut. Ah, but see, once you get out here, you have a nice... What the heck? Really? Are you You saw me from that far away? Well, alright, hold that thought. I'm just gonna go in here and shut the door and wait for him to leave. I just don't feel like wasting ammunition on this stupid ass. Alright. Oh, cool. So there's an extra pry bar in here. Oh, yes. 99%. That's going to be our champion right there. Would you just leave, please? That stupid wolf.
Best be prepared for anything.
That newsprint. Oh, well. Alright, so I've got a wolf padding around outside here, so my little trick that I do, if I just need to pass some time quickly, I'll just lay down and take like a 2-hour nap. It's gonna help with my, my stamina. It's also might make that wolf just give up and go away. Or there could be a bear right there. That could happen too. Well. Let's, oh, what the hell? Okay, hopefully that gunshot scared away the wolf. It did. Alright, I'm gonna kinda... Oh god, this might be a bad decision. He's gonna kinda jet for a while after getting shot. What is wrong with this wolf? I swear to God. Anyway, the bear is less likely to bleed out on its own than a wolf is. So we're just gonna kind of come back in here. Where did he go? I thought he was chasing me. Alright. Anyway, let's go back in here, rest a little longer, and see if that wolf or the bear comes back. Because if it does, I'm gonna shoot him again. Alright, where are we at? 10 hours of daylight, that's still plenty. Rest for another 2 hours. I hear something. It's the bear again! He does not sound happy with me. Oh god, I'm so scared. Where are you, homie? Homie the bear. There he goes. I'm sorry. This is so evil to laugh at something like this, but... He's just hollering all the way, isn't he? I'm gonna chase him. Hell with it. Killing a bear is a very valuable thing. You can harvest a bear skin, which is going to be one of the most valuable crafting materials, just for the one item you can make with it. It's just way too good. God, he is really trucking. I wonder if he's gonna stop. Well, anyway, he led me to something else I wanted to show you, which there is a little house hidden up here. Oh, here he comes. Oh shit, oh shit, oh god, oh no. Oh, well, I might live through this, and then again, I might not. Every time. Every time. Ugh. Thanks, bear. Just wrecked my day. Alright, so this is what happens after you've been attacked by a bear and you're at 100% health. That is an important thing. This is why you always make sure you go out in good condition. Because this is the condition it will leave you in. You can't, like, walk. Alright, so first thing we're going to go into our first aid, treat the wound with one of these bandages because it knocks out both the blood loss and the infection risk. Then, we're going to get the F away from that bear. Because I've invested some bullets in him already. but I don't
think
really
this-
need him to end my life.
This might be the end.
Nah, we're good. Alright, so you just, like, shag ass back to wherever you live. And, let's see. Yeah, start sleeping immediately. And before you do that, make sure that you do not have blood loss here under afflictions, because you will bleed out in your sleep. So just don't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rest for, well, that was exciting. Gonna go ahead and rest for 8 full hours. I will not be in optimal condition when I wake up, but I'll be most of the way there. Whew! Alright. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you survive a bear attack. And I'm gonna go for one more can of soda. This one. Alright, and now let's sleep through the night. Because I'm still pretty roughed up. Let's sleep for 9 whole hours. Alright. Day 41, we have survived a bear attack. Let's have some breakfast. Go see if that bear died. We can only hope. Because if it didn't die, it's probably real mad at me. Yeah, we're good. Alright. What time is it? 2 hours of darkness? Let's go ahead and sleep through that. Because, yeah, I'm back to 100% condition, but I still want it to be daylight before I go out. Okay. I'm gonna get some water out of storage because I don't really want to use up the soda that's in good condition. Oh no! Look at what happened to my pants and boots. Damn it all. And that, once again, is why you keep extras of everything. Because you might get a little too big for your britches, like I just did, and try to kill something that will kill you instead. Or at least rip your clothes all to hell and back. That's not an ideal situation to be in if you don't have backup clothing. So let's get in here. Let's get out those cargo pants that I found and some insulated boots. And we're just gonna wear those until such a time as we can make new, oh no, and my coat too. That really sucks. But until we can make new clothes, this'll do pretty well. Ugh, breaks my heart. Especially the coat, man. That thing takes like, what, a full day and 3 wolf skins to make. Not to mention all the gut. God. Look at all my stuff is just pitiful right now. Let's repair all this stuff back up so we don't run into this problem again. Oh yeah, I was thirsty. Crackers. Alright. Let's go back to this. I don't know why I keep tabbing out of it. The scarf is one of those articles of clothing that it might take you a really long time to find, but it's very, very useful to have. Just really helps with your overall warmth. Pants. pants. I don't know if you noticed when we were over near where that bear was wandering around when we first saw it, but there was a little, like, alcove, kind of a rock overhang over the ice that had some skulls and stuff in it. And that, once again, is how you can tell that that's where a bear lives. Because you will find evidence. Alright. I feel like our clothes are in good enough condition. God. That's also, you know, the situation we just had is why we carry these. I need a coat. Yeah, okay. This is all cured already. I might have enough to make a new pair of pants. Alright. Let's go check out. Oh, and this stuff's coming along pretty nicely, too. Everything I have is cured. Okay, let's just see. Yeah, I can make some new pants, but do I really want to right now? No, I want to go see what's up with that wolf before it gets, or the bear before it gets dark. So I'm gonna stuff this stuff in here with this stuff. I'm gonna run outside real quick. Have a little bite to eat first. Okay. Get that rifle. Oh no, did I drop my rifle? Oh my god, the bear made me drop my rifle. Let's go back and find it. Oh, he better not have, like, broke it. Alright, where did we get mauled? It was over here by this house. Yeah, over here, I think. Yep, there it is, thank god. Alright. Let's equip that. Reload. Ugh, can't believe how many rounds I wasted on his stupid bear. I wish it wasn't foggy. I'd really like to be able to... Ah, there it is. Okay. I'm just gonna run out to this, fishing hut again. Let's see if I can see the bear anywhere nearby. What is that? Is that him? Did he come over here and die? Or is that a rock? Ah! I hate the fog. Oh my goodness, I think we have killed us a bear. And that wolf had better get away. This is my dead bear. Ah, so awesome. Okay. First of all, first order of business, I'm gonna try to scare these wolves away with a flare, because the last thing I need is to get started harvesting that bear and have one of these idiots come up and start, like, chomping on me. So, run, and you too, get out of here, and then I'll just hold on to this and come back over here. Ooh, there's something up there, too. Look at how pretty that is over there. Huh. Alright, so look at this. Look at how much meat is on this bear. We are in the money. Alright, gonna go ahead and harvest all the gut and all of his skin, because it's gonna take a while. Alright, and we're gonna leave the meat alone for now. Yeah. just because it will take way too long to completely... Well, let's take 5 pounds of meat off of him. Why not? It'll only take 40 minutes. Ooh, I'm gonna have to shoot a wolf. Come at me, bro! And that's why you don't come at me. Just for the sake of being able to start curing this stuff, let's just go ahead and get his guts and skin.
Dark out here.
Oh, you think?
Look for shelter.
Thanks, lady. Helpful as always. Alright. So since I'm kind of on the other side of the lake from where I'm camping at, I'm going to go ahead and run to this island. Because it looks like the weather's fixing to get even worse. And I just ran out of the ability to run. So I don't know if you could see it when I was on the ice, but at the very top of this little hilly mountain island, hilly mountain, that was dumb, hilly island, there's a little house. So we're gonna spend the night there and kind of use that as our starting point for going and harvesting just a ton of delicious bear meat. Alright, I don't have any more flares, so I'm gonna have to shoot this one too. Oh no! How did that miss? No, he's gonna go somewhere and die now. Of course, let me go ahead and treat my wounds. And all better. Hopefully I can make it up here to this house without any more incident. My god. Wolves are just jerks. You see what I mean about, like, the wildlife coming out and being way more aggressive at night? That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, there's a ton of the lichens growing on trees on this island as well. Ah, here we are, the Misanthrope's homestead. But I'm gonna save all that harvesting for the morning. Alright, so here we are on our little island getaway. Of course, we've got a whole house we can loot. Kitchen, I think there's a bedroom upstairs. Just gonna go ahead and snooze. First dropping whatever skins we've got on the ground. Check this out. 12 days this thing has to cure. But it's worth it. Oops. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of fall into bed right here. Alright. Starving and dehydrated. I should have paid attention to that before I came in here. Ah! Grr. What's the time situation? 2 hours left? Tell you what. Okay. I'll grab anything I can eat. It's just visible. Not gonna go through and like loot everything just yet. I just want to grab anything just laying out. No? That's alright. Gonna turn this off, and then I'm gonna break down the stable real quick. Oh, I was completely starving. That was really stupid. Okay, so let's get up all this reclaimed wood. Once again, not ideal for fire starting, but it is good in a pinch, like we are experiencing right now. Alright, and this little house didn't have a fireplace. If it did, I would be doing this indoors, but I'm just going to come out here and start a little campfire. Shoot, I don't have any fuel on me, but luckily my skill is up high enough to where it's kind of giving me a better chance of starting a fire with this material. So that's good. That's the whole reason I used as much, like, lighter fluid as I did early on. Alright. Let's throw all this on there. That seems to be enough time. Let's cook some bear meat. Once we go back down to where that dead bear is and the dead wolf, well, they're probably going to be frozen since we left them overnight. So we're going to want to use the hatchet and not the knife to harvest. Because it will be way more time efficient. And the less time we spend standing there doing that, the less of a chance we have of being attacked by stuff, the less of a chance we have of getting frostbite, you know, or getting exhausted and being unable to run. It's just a strategically good idea. Let's make some drinking water since we've got plenty of time. We've got time to make 2 liters. Melt and then boil. Yeah, look at how much calories the bear meat has. This is the best meat, obviously, that you can find / hunt. Alright. Yeah, that's why I get so excited whenever I see a bear that I can possibly... Oh, Jesus. That was stupid wolves, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, that's why I always get so excited when I see a bear, because not only if I collect 2 of their skins can I make something really excellent, but there is just so much meat that you can harvest off of them that you can just survive on forever. It's very helpful. But, you know, you're taking a big gamble anytime you try that. Yeah, I'm sure you noticed that when that bear attacked me, I was not being as cautious as I should have been. I was way too close to him. I was way too far away from something that I could run into for shelter and cover. You know, and that's the kind of thing that'll get you chewed up and spit out. And that's the kind of behavior that'll end, you know, a really long streak. So you don't want to do that. Don't follow my example. That was silly of me, but I don't know. I get a rush out of trying to kill those bears, which is usually why the way I die is usually of bear-related incidents.
I'll take it.
Alright, so what I'm doing now is, obviously looting stuff. But I'm doing this because I intend to stay in this particular house for a while until I get, those 2 animals out there harvested. That is my goal. Then we're gonna see about trying to carry it back across the ice to store it in our home base. Yeah, I'm gonna take those. And then I will, there we go, I'm immediately gonna break those down and use them to fix my current boots. Get them back up to 100%. Because unless I'm doing a lot of, like, falling off of cliffs and, getting attacked by animals, your boots don't tend to deteriorate too fast. Just regular boots. Deerskin boots do, obviously. Oh, no wonder I'm getting cold. I don't have a coat on. Stupid. Oh, well. Seven hours daylight. Let's take a 3-hour nap. Okay, hopefully that was enough time for that wolf to get bored and leave. Actually, I don't care if he's left or not yet. I'm not back to 100% yet. And given the amount of wildlife I've encountered over here so far, I don't really want to take the gamble with my life again. So I'm just going to wait to go back out until I'm at 100. I'm not worried about bears. I mean, another bear is not going to spawn there immediately or something, but I do just want to play it a little safe. I did just have a brush with death. It was scary. Okay. So, pretty good condition. Let's sleep for another 6 hours or so. Alright. It's about... Oh, she looks like the weather's bad outside. My god, look at the size of this bass I picked up. Jesus. I might have to go cook that almost immediately so I can eat it real quick and not have to carry that monster around. Okay. Let's see what it's like out here. Well, that's not too bad, it's just foggy. Alright. Well, let's head down here to the corpses. Actually, before that happens. Let me look for some firewood real quick. Careful, there's a cliff. Hello, there we go. I'm just gonna make another fire real quick and just cook that fish down. Oh, see, the day cleared up a little bit. Oh. While I'm here, I might as well. That little island right there, if I were to keep going past it in that direction, there's another island over there with a house on it. So, that was on the agenda to visit it soon, but I don't know that I'm going to this session. So there's my bear and my dead wolf. Trot over here so I can go get them. Pick this up while I'm at it. Let me make a fire. Thought about putting it off and not doing that, but heck with it. See, notice how I can't use my magnifying lens to make the fire because it's too overcast out. I think that's kind of a neat touch. That is more than enough time to cook some fish. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna make some coffee while I'm at it. Fish and coffee, two great tastes. Finally, together at last. I'm gonna eat as much of that as I possibly can, just to get some weight down. God almighty. Alright, there's my cup of coffee. It's still hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink it. It will provide me with up to 100 calories, and look what it does to my rested bonus and my warmth bonus. So, I don't know that I really have anything else I need to do at this fire. How much water do I have? Yeah, I might want to get some water going. Just because going down there and harvesting that bear and wolf is going to be thirsty business. Awesome. Alright, so let's head on down here. Oh jeez. Where'd you come from? Turd? Okay. Oh god. Let's just walk away from this disagreement. Be the better person, wolf. Better wolf person. Whew. Okay, well, I guess, never mind. I just went down the wrong side of the the island in panic. It's like, I know I've got plenty of ammo for my rifle, but I just really, really hate at this stage of the game using it if I don't have to. And what I should have done before I departed from the house back there is I should have picked up some more flares. It's always a thing I forget to do. There they are. And I took the long way to get over here. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright. I really don't want to throw any more bullets at this guy. Just go away, dude. Go find a deer or something. There's like 30 of them walking around out here. Jerk ass. I can shoot him through this door, but I really don't want to. Instead, I will nap and hope that he just pisses off on his own. I can hear him walking around. But I can't hear him now. Alright, good. No more wolf in the vicinity. Let's finally get down to business over here. God, these things are gonna be frozen completely solid. Yeah, you see over there in that little cave, the litter on the ground, that's bones. That's how you can tell that there's a bear nearby. Alright, and something's been coming over here and eating on him because we left him with more weight than that. But, let's see. Let's go ahead and get the hatchet out. Let's see how much of this we can reasonably acquire. I'm gonna try to take 10 pounds of meat and just see what happens. Alright, good. The only thing that happened is I am overburdened, but I expected that. And honestly, it's not all that bad. Alright. What's the story with you right now? Yeah, we're gonna just take all that, because why not? And then on our next trip, we can just come down and kind of take some more bear meat. But yeah, so there you go. That's a really good reason to try to kill a bear to begin with. Because they are a great source of nutrition. Who knew? You know, since I pretty well harvested everything out of that house... Ah, hell. I did leave some skins up there. Well, I'm gonna go deposit all this meat back at the home base and then kind of run back across the lake. It's like these seem like such little activities that would take like no time in, you know, most other games, but, you know, kind of drags out over a couple of days in the long dark. Hate not being able to run, but I did it to myself. While we're walking back across the lake, let's see if we can see a couple points of interest right off the bat. First of all, over there, you see that little peninsula sticking out into the ice. There is a little cluster of houses over there. Really cute, like nicer than the ones over here kind of houses, more like, you know, nicer places. God, so many wolves over here. Look at that. He just walked behind a snowbank. There's a wolf over there. And I am in no condition to outrun him. So we're just going to try to evade. But anyway, there's houses over there. If we kept following the road along the coast, we would come to the entrance to a new zone. So that's going to be something we check out after we're done going through and exploring this really, really big zone. So this ought to be a couple of days worth of gameplay, you know, in real life days, just to get through everything we can. A lot of times when I'm playing, I'll just, you know, by myself, I'll just skip a lot of the stuff in this this zone, just because I want to move on to other stuff quicker, but I really want to show everybody, you know, all the neat points you can explore here. So we're just going to do that instead and just see how long we can make it. It is true that my my longest survival in this game was 153 days. Unfortunately, I have no screenshots of that or even the game anymore because it got wiped on an old hard drive. But that was I'll tell you how I achieved that. It's not the most interesting thing in the whole world, but you know, got a high score. I basically stayed in this exact building for just a really long time. I had just vast stores of food and water that I'd built up over months and months. And I pretty much just lived off of, you know, a locker full of food. If I had to, I'd go outside and shoot something for food. But I, you know, just stayed here. I made drinking water repeatedly. I, you know, just kind of hung out and slept repeatedly for a very long time. So that's the more boring way of getting through this game in one piece. Oh yeah, let's get rid of that. We're gonna have to do a lot of cooking here today. Alright, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Plenty of time to cook it in. Oh wait, I still have wolf meat. I forgot about that. See how long that fur firewood burns? It's just a really efficient fuel. And look at how high it makes your heat output. This becomes important at a later stage in the game. But in case you ever wondered why there's a heat output, because it doesn't really, if you're cooking something, you know, the heat output doesn't matter that greatly, I guess. But for certain things that we will be doing in the future, it will matter. I'm gonna melt and boil some water. Just because I won't let this fire go to waste, by God. Gotta be doing something productive with my time. If I'm not doing something productive, I'm not doing a very good job at keeping myself alive. God. Look at that, 2 hunks of bear meat and I'm like right back on my feet. Perfect. Alright. 10 hours of darkness. Alright, so we're just gonna... let's store some of this food again. You know how I like to do. We will put up... let's see. Wolf meat first, and then a little bit... like the better bits of bear meat. Alright, notice I've maxed out this particular locker. What I then like to do... this little metal container on the shelf. I'll just stuff that full of meat. Why not? It'll be my meat locker. Alright. Drop off my excess firewood. Put up the food. Put up any extra things I have. Like this really rockin' new crowbar I found. Man, that's probably good. Put up some of these. Matches take up barely any space and weight at all, but I still like storing them if I'm carrying a lot. And there we go. Did I have a... yeah, I have a basic winter coat. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that out and put it on. Fix it up a little bit before I hit the hay. Alrighty. What? Oh, I don't have 2 cloth. Alright, let me get back into that locker. Pull out some stuff I can tear up for scrap. Actually, I'm gonna leave those socks alone. Get the extra hat. And extra sweater. Alright. Now let's go through and just scrap this stuff. Oh, wrong guide. I don't know why I always choose repair. Okay, so thanks for watching, Wubakia, if that's how you pronounce your screen name. Yeah, my experience with it at a high level. Like I said, I've survived several months at a time in this game, and unless you're playing on the higher difficulty level than I am currently, it's somewhat easy to do once you get a system down. It's easy to live for a very long time. However, if you plan on progressing through the different the maps, the different levels of the game, there are definitely some that are more difficult than others. And those, you want to wait until you're really experienced before you start heading there. Because there's, for example, there's a map now called Timberwolf Mountain. It is the most treacherous place in the game. There is exactly one shelter in the entire zone. It's very difficult to get to from most places. There's a lot of having to fend for yourself and, oh, did I accidentally repair that? Having to fend for yourself and, like, live off of the land more than you do in some of the earlier maps. The earlier maps have plenty of shelters laying around. I mean, like, we saw so many cabins in Mystery Lake, and so many houses and different, you know, cars and just all sorts of different places you can take shelter in. Timberwolf Mountain has one. Two if you want to count a cave that you can find there, which is pretty difficult to get to. So, sometimes if I want, like, a little bit of a challenge, I guess, I'll start a game in Timberwolf Mountain. It'll just plop you down somewhere random in that zone, and, you may be able to get to the, shelter before you die, and you may not. So that's kind of, that's a little bit more fun for an advanced player, I think, is, being able to try old Timberwolf Mountain out. It's pretty rough, though. They added something really interesting with that map, which is like rappelling and rock climbing. You can find rope in that zone, and there are places where rock climbers, you know, previously had left, like, you know, things that you can tie your rope into and stuff like that. So those are fun to find. Alright, these pelts are coming along pretty good. I'm gonna run back across the lake real quick. Pick up the other stuff I left over there and maybe get the rest of that bear meat. Oh, sorry, I'm just glancing at chat occasionally. I see what you mean by an overview of the experience of a game. Alright, so pretty much, how do I put this? Give me a second, I need to feed myself. Explain to me what you mean by, talking about my experience. What in particular would you like to know? Alright, I'm in pretty good shape. Alright, first thing I see over there is a wolf, so I'm not gonna head that way. Oh god, it's nasty out. I wonder if I should wait. Nah, the day is young. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Sorry. I'm still kind of new at this whole, broadcasting thing, so I appreciate your input. What I love about this game, and this is something that I guess I've discovered about myself as a gamer since I was, you know, very young and playing Atari games, is that if there's a game where I can pick things up and collect things and use things and craft things, that's going to be my jam. I really, really love, there's something to me about inventory management, which is what a lot of the games like this come down to. And I don't know what it is about that, but it's really satisfying to me to be able to, I guess, just explore places and find interesting things and find useful things. It's just... what has kept me coming back to this game over and over again is what a good job they did in the creation of this game, randomizing the things that you come across. Obviously, these maps are really well put together. They're very intricate. They've taken a lot of time to make them really interesting and really challenging. And in this day and age, with so many like procedurally generated maps and stuff like that, all these games where Minecraft, you go into a randomly generated world. Another survival game that I love, Don't Starve, you get a randomly generated world. This is always going to be the same maps, as far as I know from playing it so far in this stage of its development. But they really excelled at making it a new experience every single time you start a new character and set out into the world. Just the availability of where things may or may not spawn. Like, for example, the rifle I'm carrying. It took me almost looting the entire first map of the game before I found it. And that's only because I know where to look, just from experience of playing over and over again. I'm pretty well familiar with where things spawn. So yeah, they did a good job of keeping it fresh. They keep you guessing. You know, you take all this time and effort to get to a specific location, and what you needed is not there. So you have to figure out how to make do with what you have, and stay safe. So I hope that answers your question a little more thoroughly. Like I said, the feeling I get from this game is just... I just love it. I love the art style. I thought they did a really interesting job with the art style. It's kind of got this retro feel that I really dig. And I'm not like a graphics snob or anything. I play 8-bit video games like they're going out of style, which they kind of are and have been for like 30 years. But I'm not a graphics snob. I generally don't care if something's flashy or beautiful. But what they managed to do with this level of, like the size of their maps and the variety of even with a white frozen landscape, like every single level of this game is, there's so much variety, there's so much difference in the different places that you go, that it really keeps it interesting to me. And I'm really excited to see where they take it moving forward from here. Because I mentioned this earlier, or not earlier, but in speaking on a podcast last night, about how I just saw this bear and got all excited and derailed my train of thought. Sorry. Harvest this real quick. Woo, bear meat! Yeah, you're right. I do. You make a good point. I do enjoy the feeling of having some agency in the world. I feel like the crafting element. Once again, this game doesn't hold your hand at any point. It will never stop and tell you, "Hey, go to a crafting bench, and this is how you do this, that, and the other." You have to kind of come into that on your own. And it just really, it's a satisfying feeling learning new, and I learn new things about this game every single time I play it. Every single time I play it, I'll be like, oh wow, I didn't know that this particular, little cache of stuff existed over here, that it randomly spawns over here. Oh, I didn't know that, sometimes a dead body like this guy winds up somewhere. So there's always little tidbits. As a matter of fact, recently, one of the things I found was, like... fallout shelters, I guess? Little bunkers that people had built in a mountainside that are randomly generated. They don't always appear in the same places or necessarily at all, but it's a little thing that you just look out for, and it's just such a treat when you find something like that for the very first time. And this game there's so much to do and see that it keeps you doing that for a really long time. Alright, I got everything I need. I'm just gonna walk back to the house now, and put down that other stuff that's still in the process of curing. Because I really want to get back to having some deerskin pants and boots and that wolfskin coat. Just because, you know, the coat I'm wearing weighs exactly as much as the wolfskin coat, but the wolfskin coat is, like, really, really warm. Way warmer than anything you're just gonna find. And plus, wearing the skin of dead wolves sometimes drives wolves away. It makes them scared of you, like smaller wolves. I guess another thing that I enjoy about this game is
Damn.
oh damn, there we go, hypothermia. Oh well, I'll make it. I really enjoy certain forms of tedium. Like repetition and tedium are comforting to me. Like, I don't know what that says about me as a person, but just like this exact thing that I'm doing right now, dragging very slowly across, you know, a frozen lake. I'm carrying a ton of stuff, and I have to manage my inventory and make sure that I'm not, you know, putting myself in danger by not being able to outrun a predator or something. I mean, I really enjoy stuff like this, you know. It's like games that have fast travel. You know, it's a convenient trope to have in a game, I guess, but it just has always kind of felt a little cheap to me, and this kind of really scratches that itch of tediously wandering from one side of a map to another and like picking apart everything you can and looking through everything you can and finding everything you can. There we go, almost there. Almost there. Just so you know, there's never anything, like, in these burned out houses. Nothing useful. So it's not really worth your time to poke around them. Well, thank you for watching, Woobakia. I hope you come back later. I try to stream every weekday, you know, in the early afternoon. But thank you. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for your comments. I had a lot of fun. Right. Alright, so I've got some stuff cured and fixing to be cured. Let's go ahead and drop what I've got on me. Namely, that bear pelt and all of the bear nuts. And another wolf. Alright, so once all three of these wolf pelts cure, I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a coat. And, that said, I think I'm going to probably hunker down in this building for a while. In order to get all three of these cured, I'm going to have to wait probably about, how much is left on there? Maybe 4 or 5 days. This is going to take forever, but it doesn't really matter yet, because I need 2 bear hides to craft the item that I want. Oh, thank you, Muddy Wellies. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for your comment. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for enjoying the long dark with me. Let me kind of spread this out a little better. Pick that up and stuff up. I always do that. I always go for the drawer and hit the top of the workbench instead. Oops. There he is. Just gonna shove that in there for the time being. Just to get it up off the floor. Oh good, and those birch saplings are done. I have a maple. Yeah, okay. I can make a bow, and I can make arrow shafts right now. But I'm going to hold off on both of those just because I don't need to yet, because the key component that is missing for me is, oh, I already harvested that, is going to be, arrowheads. And there's a special process in a special place, that you have to go through in order to make those. So we're just going to skip that whole process for now, save our time and energy for something else. This bear meat is doing pretty badly, so I'm going to go ahead and try to cook it ASAP. Alright, I think I'm carrying... Yeah, I've got it on me. Right. Let's get cooking some more bear meat. Bruce Cooper, I am so excited for story mode. I can't even begin to tell you. Oh my gosh. I am dying to know the backstory of like, I know that the whole setup is that there was a plane crash and you kind of wake up in the wilderness in Canada, but I'm dying to know what kind of electromagnetic, disaster has happened, what it has done to the rest of society, where the nearest civilization is. Like, I have so many questions. I'm so excited for it. And actually, I haven't looked lately to see if there's been any information about when that might be coming out. So if anybody knows that, I would love to know that also. Oh, here, let me throw some more wood on this fire. There we go. Whew, almost done with all this tedious cooking that I love so much. There we go. Now would probably be a good time for me to go to bed, because look at how tired I am. And I'm in pretty rough shape. So, oh god. Well, before I do that, I better make some drinking water so I don't die. Really? Story mode's coming this month? Oh my goodness. That is the most exciting thing I have heard in a while. My birthday is this month, so if anybody from Hinterland Studios is listening, that would be the perfect birthday gift for me, just so you know. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Well, Bruce Cooper, I would actually like to watch your stream of this game sometime, so I think I will follow you when I'm through with this broadcast. Okay, I've got a little over 19 hours left before hypothermia goes away. So I'm just gonna hunker down in this building for a while. Oh, thank you. It's not for a couple of weeks, but I'm already making requests. Well, thank you for the follow, Bruce Cooper. It's very awesome. You can expect a reciprocal follow as soon as I'm finished. Which, honestly, I'll probably go for, like, maybe another half an hour or so. But then I have other things I need to do with my day, unfortunately. Because I could really, literally sit here and do this, like, all the time. Go to bed real quick. Alright, once again, always sleeping in 8-hour increments so I don't kill myself with hunger or thirst. I'm gonna go ahead and eat these stupid peaches I've been carrying around forever. Let me tell you something. I hear you're saying that you're really new to the game and don't expect to do hardcore mode or anything. Let me tell you, buddy, even as an experienced player, hardcore mode is exactly that. It is hardcore, it is unforgiving, there is always something that's going to try to hurt you. It's way easier for you to, like, fall off of stuff and hurt yourself. You sprain your ankle all the time. You fall down in the snow and you tear up your clothes. It's like it's really, really rough on you. So yeah, I would, save on that hardcore setting until you really want a challenge, because it is it'll give you the business, that's for sure. I only play that the hardcore mode, or the highest difficulty mode, I should say, when I'm just really looking for a short but entertaining experience with this game. And eventually I'd like to do I'm calling this particular game I'm playing right now the long haul, because I plan on drawing it out just absolutely as long as I can and seeing how long I can survive, with people watching. But at some point I'd like to start kind of a long haul game, quote unquote, with the hardcore mode, because that's just going to be, that would be entertaining and very brief, I'm sure. I don't know if anybody watching right now is a listener of the Quarter to Three Gaming podcast, or a fan of quarter-to-3.com at all, but you should be, by God. But I popped on their podcast last night and spoke a little bit about this game. So I just wanted to give a shout out and say thank you to Tom Chick and my husband Jason McMaster for inviting me onto their podcast briefly and letting me pimp out my my stream, because I'm really enjoying this. Bruce Cooper, have you made it through all of the maps yet? Have you taken a look at each one of them, or are you trying to focus on what I sometimes do, which is kind of progressing from one map to the other to see how far you can go? Because of course you have the option to start in any either a random location or any location you really choose. But I'm just curious to know if you've been doing that, or trying to progress naturally through them. Because either way is, it's a good method. Alrighty then. No, I hear you. That's something you want to kind of save up some experience for and tackle it whenever you feel comfortable doing so. Alrighty. I've got some daylight to kill. Let's go looking around a little bit now that we've completely harvested that bear and got ourselves in pretty good condition. Well, that was a good reminder. I walked outside and heard a wolf growling and thought, oh, I should probably have flares on me so I don't have to waste all of my ammunition defending myself. So, since I've got a little extra carrying room, I'm going to take 2 flares. Oh, no. There we go. Now I've got 2 flares. And I need to drop this stuff too. But yeah, just in case I use one and then run into something else, 2 is about the maximum I'd need. Sorry, I keep forgetting to drop specific things, like my jerry cans, which are heavy. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Really? Alright. Is there more than one wolf over here? No. That guy was just hollering up a storm. It is so easy to get lost in this game. I mean, give yourself some credit if you get lost in this game, because we're looking at, a white, monotonous, pine tree riddled landscape. get gone. Oh, jeez. But unless, I mean, like, it took me a really long time to, I guess, get as comfortable with these maps as I currently am. But that's part of the fun of playing this game, is just, you know, slowly exploring, slowly making little revelations, slowly learning little tricks and tips that'll keep you going. You know, it's all about the journey. Not to sound overly corny or anything. Since I've got a flare going, I'm going to run up here to an area where there's generally other wolves. Just make sure I've got able to, like, shoo them away with this. Alright, so if we follow this little road from the main road up, of course it's bordered by these, like, retaining walls. You make a right, kind of near the top of the hill. There's a little trailer up here we can check out. Alright. That's nice that I have a flare going so I can see a little better in here. Oh, yay. Alright, grabbing everything of use that I possibly can. Always check between the beds. There's often containers that you can find. We're going to take those just because we're currently wearing boots that need to be repaired with leather. And you can harvest 2 leather out of a pair of crappy shoes that are no good for anything except for making your feet fall off in the snow. So they're really not warm or efficient at all. Okay, so I'm going to leave that reclaimed wood there. There's much better firewood laying around outside. I don't need to be carrying that junk with me. It's just way too heavy. If I keep going this way, and I'm just going to do it just for the sake of, you know, quote-unquote discovering a new place on the map. Because one of the things that they've implemented lately, in one of the more recent, I guess, updates to this game, is they put in like a scorecard that comes up after you die. And it'll tell you like how many times you survived hand-to-hand combat with a wolf, or how many times you know, killed a bear, how many hours you slept, or how long you stayed indoors, and all these interesting little stats. And one of them is how much of the world you've explored. With this particular game that I'm playing right now, I'm going to go ahead and say that my goal is going to be 100%. I would really love to find all the points of interest that I possibly can. And at least, you know, all the ones that I know of in this game. In this current save state. A lofty goal, I know, but, you know, crazier things have been known to happen. Oh, is this? Yeah, okay. I think if I go down there... What's over here? Yeah, there's the house that we saw from the road when the bear was chasing me. I can't remember if I looked in there yet or not. Let's go look. See, nice little, pretty little house tucked back up here in the woods. Sometimes on the crest of that hill up there, you'll find saplings, like birch or maple. Really, I think it could be either, but I'm not sure. Whoop. I always feel so bad just littering. Just throwing that crap all over the place. Oh well. Yeah, but I don't see him up there, but sometimes you can find him. Or maybe I need to climb up there a little. I don't know. Let's look in here first. Alright. Doesn't look like I've been in here yet, which is cool. There's plenty of stuff looks like I can loot. Maple saplings just are really difficult to find. There's a couple of places that you have a better chance of finding them than others, but they're really few and far between, like maybe 1 or 2 spots, you know, per zone, or just a small handful of spots. You know, they are rare to come across, which makes it a little more difficult for you to make the hunting bow that you can make eventually. But really, unless... That is the only thing that you can use it for, the maple saplings, is for, pardon me, fashioning a bow. The birch, of course, you use to, you know, whittle that down and make arrow shafts. And of course, you're always going to want to be collecting your feathers, you know, to make arrows with. However, unless you can get to a zone called... Oh god, what is it? The one with the lighthouse. Point Lookout? Is that it? I can't remember the name of the map exactly right now. That might be it, though. But that is the zone that you need to get to before you can make arrows. Because you will need to have arrowheads, and that is the only place where you can fashion arrowheads. And it's a very long and drawn-out process. So pretty much the strategy that I adhere to is I get a gun whenever I can. I get a rifle. I conserve the heck out of the ammo, because it is, you know, it's like finding gold when you find it. It's Christmas morning every time you find a box of ammo. So I'll use the ammo very sparingly. Eventually, you know, it is a finite resource. You will run out. At that point, I will pick up a bow. And start fashioning arrows. When I'm just about out of ammo and I'm just out of places where I can find ammo. Like at this juncture, I pretty much know most of the places where I can check, and it may spawn there. I say most, of course. I don't know everything because I don't like to go online and look up spoilers. I like to try to do all this myself. I like to find the entrances to the new zones myself. Sometimes I have to cheat, but not always. But yeah, that is pretty much my strategy. Is I reserve at least for maybe I go through about 4 zones before I start even thinking about making a bow. Because, and here's another thing, you're going to want to become really adept at aiming at wildlife, and practicing with your bow. As a matter of fact, there is a place in one of the adjacent zones to here, which I think is going to be the one I visit next, called Pleasant Valley. And there's a place in Pleasant Valley where you can actually practice with your bow. There's actually a target set up, specifically for archery, which is really really a good deal. And you can kind of sit there and practice, because when you are using a bow, hang on, were those cotton? Yeah, I don't need those. Anyway, when you're trying to aim with a bow, pardon me, there's no little white dot in the middle of the screen like this. There's just a really primitive bow and arrow, and you're kind of, you know, depending on your condition and how you're feeling at the time that you're trying to shoot, you could be a little woozy and wiggling from side to side a little bit, making it harder to aim. Aw, yes, premium winter coat. Mine. Dang, this place is thick with coats. Sorry, I got sidetracked again by my own brain. Alright, that might be it for in here. There's some water, and of course we're gonna raid that sweet toilet stash. Fun fact, I I work in retail for a living, and some of the more exciting things that you get to do as a retail worker is you get to clean public restrooms after
This
your
stuff
store
will come in
closes,
handy.
which is a real hoot from time to time, let me tell you. But recently, the place in which I work, which I will not name, it was cleaning the men's room, you know, and it was a fairly decent day for the men's room. There wasn't doo-doo everywhere for once. It was pretty tame. I was pleased. But I went to go, you know, flush the commode so I could clean it, and it wouldn't flush. So I'm like, oh, I wonder why. We just got this particular toilet fixed. I don't know why it's not flushing. Here, let me open the tank and see what I can do. What was preventing the toilet from flushing was a half-full tall boy can of Ice House beer that apparently a teenager had been drinking and panicked and stuffed the evidence in the tank of the toilet for some reason. So now I think about that every time I loot like a toilet for potable water in this game. I'm like, I wonder if I'll find a beer. That would be fun. But no. Toilet beer is not in the cards. Which I guess we can all be thankful for. You know, since I'm heading back this way, I'm gonna go ahead and cut some firewood. I like to keep ahead of the curve. There we go. And I'm just gonna come back over here and chuck some stuff in storage, and then, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. I have really enjoyed interacting with my viewers, so please keep up the good work and feel free to ask questions and post comments and rumination and whatever you want to do. Let's see, we are on day 46 now. We didn't, you know, go through very many in-game days, but we accomplished a lot. Survived a bear attack, did all kinds of cool stuff. So, let me just do my little routine maintenance, then I'm gonna go to bed, and I guess that'll be it. I wonder if I have any room in this box for more food. Well, a little bit. Let's see what I can stuff in here. Dog food. Since my other food locker is full, I'm just gonna tuck some things in here. Perfect! Look at that. Alright. One more quick check. I don't have anything I need other than the wood. I don't have anything I need to drop. I can put all that up later. Alright. Well, once again, thank you for watching. This has been Sonky playing The Long Dark. I look forward to seeing y'all again soon. And keep an eye on this channel. My husband, Jason, does a lot of streaming of, he's currently on Pillars of Eternity, but he plans on doing more games soon, so keep an eye out. And again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.